Welcome to E360 TV, the live streaming and on-demand destination for influential voices and enlightened audiences. We offer trending, grassroots, and purpose-driven content across a diverse range of interests. E360 TV is more than just watching programs. We offer the ability to interact with live shows connecting audiences to real, authentic influencers and storytellers while streaming to millions of devices. Real experiences. Raw conversation. One destination for it all. E360 TV.
It's your time, and the Becoming the Best You conference in St. Louis is where you want to be. This 3-day event featuring over 35 impactful speakers with 16 breakout sessions to choose from will help you achieve the best of your life for the rest of your life. Come and dance the night away on Saturday night at the Black Tie Affair and enjoy the live entertainment as we close out Tickling Your Funny Bone with comedian Jeremy Nunez. Get your tickets today and we'll see you there.
You can navigate the legal and emotional journey of divorce and exit a marriage the way you entered it, with mindfulness, love, and respect. Solace Divorce Mediation is a full-service law practice helping couples focus on the health and well-being of children and their forever co-parenting family. Our streamlined divorce journey offers flat fees with an estimated completion time frame of 2 to 4 months. If you or a friend need us, visit solacedivorce.com.
Don't see what's yours for the taking tonight.
I got rhythm. It's Valentine's Day. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Happy Valentine's Day. I know there's a whole bunch of spots on it, but it's my favorite little styrofoam covered in cheap velvet with a removable stick Valentine's heart. Saint Valentine's heart. Why have we stopped using the saint part for the most part? We're going to talk about that today on our Valentine's Day special, the origins of that pagan, scary, that pagan holiday that we all get so excited about. So we're going to learn about that, how it's changed over the years, and how it has changed you. Our experts are back, so we're always excited about that. It's going to be a great time. We have a new one today joining us. Corey Castle is with us. D. Grant Smith is with us. The Oracle of Apollo, Dominique Rivera. I'm just trying to sound exotic when I say it. Give me a break. Dominique Rivera. Dominique Rivera is here, and also badass Jamie Lane. Get up, wake that ass up, get up, wake that ass up. Welcome to today's installment of Bathrobe Moments. I'm your host, Michael Harris. Say hello to my sidekick, who it's Valentine's Day with she and I every day, because clearly I love me some Lucy McGillicuddy Ricardo, everybody. Round of applause, put some hearts on the screen for my girl. And Bella Purpose is in full effect. Not a prop, not a gimmick. It is a divine reminder. A divine opportunity to tune in, lean in, because when you hear the bell, just like that bell rings, there's some truth that has a ring to it somewhere up in here. Can I get an amen? So, a couple announcements before I bring in our experts for today's show. Hey, you may have seen, maybe not. I posted yesterday and again this morning. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Thank you, universe. We have found and signed our Romania tour travel agency. Yes, so excited. Yellow Jackets travel agency is going to be taking care of which way? All the details, and it is a wonderful opportunity. We'd like to have those of you who don't know about this, or maybe you have and you haven't decided, but if you want to come with us, we'd love to have you with us. There's a group of us going. The State Department is behind us, the U.S. State Department, and just a wonderful time. The Legacy of Hope Tour, the Saylor Brothers, Academy Award nominated documentary filmmakers will be with us the entire 7 days. We're actually leaving on May the 4th, that Thursday, so that we can arrive in Bucharest on Friday, have that day off, and start our shows moving around the Bucharest area starting that Saturday. So there you go. If you want more information, hit me up, LaurenMichaelsHarris.com. I'll put the email up on the site, or LaurenMichaelsHarris@gmail.com. Either one, I can get the message. Coming up in 2 weeks, I'll be on the road this weekend, so pray for me, traveling mercies and safety, and all the people that will be converging on the beautiful city of St. Louis, Missouri, for the Becoming the Best You experience. I'm so excited. My first time on that stage, and I get to unveil, if you will, my new content for 2023. So, creating divine memories. Been working 8 months on it. I can't wait till this weekend. Also, the following weekend, the LMH Coaching Rockstar family is headed down to Miami, Florida, where we are having our own mastermind. It is the Business Mindset Mastery, where you will awaken the abundant master within. We have virtual tickets available for $40, and you can find it all over my social media, or simply go to Eventbrite and Google Awaken the Abundant Master Within. That is the weekend, the last weekend. The 25th is the day of the mastermind. If you'd like to join us in person, also Todd Special, Jason Cisneros, myself, and a plethora of other luminaries will be there. If you want to join us in person, it's $100 for the entire day, from 10 in the morning until the rooster crows the next morning, because we have some beautiful Airbnbs that are just, oh my goodness. So there you go. Business Mindset Mastery, where you will awaken the abundant master within. That's Saturday, February 25th. 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. is the live stream, the pay-per-view, where you can watch and participate for $40. But if you're in person with 100, you can come as early as 10 in the morning and stay with us till you wake up the next day. Oh, please. It's Tim Chung's birthday, so we got karaoke machines. We're ready. We are going to have a great time. So that's what's happening. It is time. Let's get them in here. It's a Valentine's Day show here on Bathrobe Moments. Here they come. All four of today's experts. Put some hearts on the screen. It's our virtual way of saying I love you on this day of love. Here they go. Good morning, experts.
Good morning.
Hello.
Happy
How's
morning.
Hello, everyone.
I see everybody that has a mug, hold it up. That's all of us. Yay. Okay, now we're going to find out what's in them.
Whiskey.
What? Probably. Is it?
No, it's just coffee.
Just coffee. Well,
Ecuadorian coffee, to be specific.
I have Maxwell House. I'm not even going to pretend. Corey, what's in your cup?
It's like some Philly blend stuff from ShopRite. It's Philly Pride this week a little bit.
Okay. Why?
Huh? Well, not up until not because
the
of
last
the
10
loss
seconds
and
we lost, sadly.
yeah, it's kind of gone now. But all week it's been the Philly Pride.
Oh, they were in the Super Bowl.
We sadly lost the Super Bowl.
Who won the Super Bowl?
What's up?
Who won the Super Bowl?
The Chiefs.
Where are they from?
Kansas City.
Oh, really? My brother lives there. I bet they're happy. I didn't know. I don't. If it's not figure skating or tennis,
Yeah, probably. They're probably happy.
Okay, Jamie, what's in your cup?
Coffee and coconut oil.
Ooh. I know about that. It burns. I know. You're right. I can't see stuff floating on top of my.
It's just if you put it in there first and then let it brew over it, it just goes right in there, and it's an anti-inflammatory. It keeps you calm all day.
Well, I might try it that way.
Oh yeah.
D. Grant, storyteller extraordinaire. What's in your cup on this Valentine's Day?
English breakfast.
Tea?
Yes, sir.
Rather. Why am I not surprised, good sir? Okay, now you see we have a new expert today. Championship belt bearing, newly crowned, Corey Castle. Corey,
hey,
you know, quit playing. You know it's right there. Hold it up.
I don't have it right here. I was looking. I thought it was, but it's not here.
So what's the belt represent? Tell everybody as we get started.
It's the DCW Heavyweight Championship.
DCW, the District
Dynamite Championship Wrestling.
JJ Walker?
Yes, Dynamite JJ Walker. You know, I once opened for him. He was a dick to me.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Go on, Corey.
I said I once opened for him at a comedy show, and he was a dick to me.
I heard that about him. I don't know my rumor.
Damn it, JJ.
I know it. That's why I stuck doing Colonial Pen commercials. Sorry, but I'm just saying you got to be nice to people. So happy Valentine's Day.
Hello.
I see Jamie has on her exotic. I can't wait to find out what everybody has planned, because I think everyone here in Oracle quit playing. Don't act like you don't have one tucked away somewhere.
It's visible. It's not even tucked away today.
What are we talking about?
I'm talking about.
I want to see stuff.
Oracle, you're frozen, but I'm hoping you're talking about some significant other.
Oh, me? No, my significant other is me and my higher spirit. I'm an equal opportunity lover. Call me, guys. Drop in my DMs.
So she's solo this year. So, but I know D. Grant, you have a significant other, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if they're watching or not, but if they're not, what is your surprise, or what are your plans? How do you celebrate Valentine's Day?
Today, she suggested a book that she found recently that really helped feel more connected with herself. And so I bought it so I could understand her more and connect with her more. And so I read it over the weekend, and we have a thing about sharing books with each other. And so when I read a book, I underline passages or put little asterisks next to stuff or write in the margins and say things that like really connect with me. And so what I'm doing for Valentine's Day is giving her the book, and it'll be our book to share together to continue to learn and grow and build. And we're going to go out for coffee and have a little day date, and then I'll go do some work this afternoon, and that'll be it.
Are you sure that'll be it?
No, but I'm open to surprises.
Uh-huh. Okay, we'll see who's gonna talk about what everybody's thinking. So I love that though. Somebody's wife or girlfriend just elbowed the guy. See, Harold, why can't you be more like that? Pass me my Saratogas. Let's go over to, Dominique, interestingly enough, you're not in a relationship romantically right now, but any plans for Valentine's Day? What do you do? Only the lonely can play.
The lonely finds a playmate, and she has shibari rope. We're going to talk about kimbaku today, and this basically is the art of beautiful knot making, which helps release endorphins in certain pressure points in the body. And today I'm going to show you guys how to do a 1-minute tie, in case you guys feel like taking it into the bow chicka bow bow.
I saw that. I saw something on your social media this week. You had somebody all tied up. I said, she's so freaky. That went all into it. Are you into that bondage stuff now?
It's not now. So when I had fibromyalgia, I couldn't actually have relations without being in an excruciating pain. So there had to be a bypass to that. So learning how to make knots on pressure points, especially if you have chronic pain or anxiety, for some people be like, oh, well, being fastened will add anxiety. It doesn't, because it releases chemical endorphins in the body and actually helps you go into something called subspace, which allows you to relax and calm down. It feels like a hug or like a weighted blanket during a thunderstorm. Jamie, you can always come over here, my friend. We'll make some pretty pictures together.
We'd make lots of pretty things together, Dominique.
Oh my goodness. Is this Lady Pond talk? Jamie was all leaned over. Like, yeah. Bring on the knots.
I like pressure points. Well, I like undoing knots because that is therapeutic to me. So if I was in like a survivor situation and there was an untying knots, Jamie would have that challenge on lock. So I get the pressure points and the therapy about it because I like undoing them.
Okay, tell the truth. Both of you females, isn't there just a tad bit of Dominique tricks inside of both of you somewhere?
Oh, isn't that obvious?
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, there's someone in this panel whose photos of someone's girlfriend who I beautifully knotted this week is sitting in this panel, is all I got to say.
Oh, is that who that was underneath all that rope?
That is who that was underneath all that rope.
Yes. Who was here yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, so
she modeled for me last week. Yeah.
I guess we should just go over to you, Corey. She might be watching, so you might not be able to tell everything you're gonna do.
We did our Valentine's Day on Sunday. It was called.
Oh, that's right. Oh Lord, I just remembered. You're in that same dead zone. I thought you were at work doing this today.
No, I'm at my house, dude. I have a wired connection. I don't know what dead zone you're talking about.
You just start yesterday. Oh my Lord, did anybody see yesterday's show? Well, let's the whole hour. We pieced it together though, but we're gonna see how it's moving, y'all. See it? You're doing the robot, dude. There, you're back. Freak me out. Okay, it's Valentine's Day. I'll allow it. Oh, I feel like a judge. I'll allow it in. Go ahead, prosecutor. Corey. So what'd you do?
So we saw the Titanic and then we went and well, we had, we have something coming up. We're gonna go do a Dave and Buster's date on not Valentine's Day, or because we there is a between, so for her to not have to keep taking that ride back and forth.
Speaking of rides, how's that Molly feeling right about now? I'm kidding.
Didn't everyone get it in the mail? Oh wait, here's mine.
He's cutting in and out. So it was. I know they're gonna do a Dave and Buster's date. They went and watched the re-release of the Titanic, which I thought was very romantic. I thought that was really great. doesn't love that movie? And I didn't even know there was a re-release. Was it the same movie exactly, or?
Yeah, it's the same,
Oh,
the
okay,
exact
just
same
to be
movie.
able to
Yeah.
go, just so you go sit in the theater and be all romantic
Yeah.
and watch it. I get it. That's cute.
Yeah.
Jamie, badass, freaky. I mean, I added that last word, freaky. But what about you and Bear? Any plans?
We don't really celebrate Valentine's Day because it's so commercial. However, we we hang out. Every day is Valentine's Day for us, but I do want to clear something up. I'm not the dom. It's very
Ever?
no.
Dom's a very specific word. Some people who associate
Not
being the person who initiates
dominant.
is a top.
Ugh, no, I don't. So I was joking about the dominatrix. I just want to set that clear. I don't do that. No, I need a man who's.
Wow. I'm gonna have to come out this luxurious
Top
road.
or bottom.
Y'all don't. Oh my God. Okay.
We always have a great time. Every day is Valentine's Day.
I
for
know.
us.
I'm just saying, before I start talking about stuff I probably should, because I'll get all up in it. Plus, I'm married to the male Dr. Ruth. You know that, right? My husband's his PhD is in sexology. I know. Oh, he knows so much. It's so funny. We'll have to get him on here one of these times. But listen, I thought it'd be nice to take a look at the origin of Saint Valentine's Day. And first of all, why have we dropped the saint? When I was a kid, it was called Saint Valentine's Day. But pretty much now it's just referred to as Valentine's Day. So here's a little ditty on how it got to where it is today. Take a look.
For all its popularity, history doesn't give us any guarantees as to the origins of Valentine's Day. But we do know it contains vestiges of the early Christian church and ancient Rome.
Yeah.
The association between mid-February and romance goes back to a pagan festival known as Lupercalia.
Like lubricant?
Wolf of Rome,
yes,
suckled Romulus and Remus,
Ew.
Faunus, their god of fertility. The festivities began with an animal sacrifice.
Okay, that's
I thought they were going to say animal sack.
With strips of the animal's skin and blood to bestow fertility for the coming year. In the 5th century,
This is a very violent, disgusting
the
history.
pagan festival. Pope Gelasius declared February 14th as St. Valentine's Day. As for the real St. Valentine, there were reportedly several canonized by the Church. Legend has it that one St. Valentine, a defiant Roman priest, lived during the 3rd century AD under Emperor Claudius II. Claudius was an ambitious ruler. His battles required vast armies of men to abandon their young families for long periods of time, resulting in a military that was half-hearted and homesick. So determined was Claudius to stop love from sapping the will of his armies, he banned marriages altogether. Father Valentine thought the ban unjust and defied the emperor, continuing to marry young lovers in secret. The emperor eventually caught on to the priest's actions, arrested him, and sentenced him to death.
The
It is
church
believed that
sentenced
young
the one to
couples
death?
he had secretly wed would visit his cell, passing him flowers and notes through the bars as symbols of their gratitude. The story continues that the condemned Father Valentine fell in love with his jailer's daughter. On February 14th, the day he was executed, it is said he passed the young girl a note. It was signed, "From your Valentine." A tradition was born. Cupid, the winged matchmaker, started out as the Roman god of love, inspired the image of cherubs for Christians, and is now a favorite of card makers and mass marketers. Our modern Valentine's Day, removed from its religious and pagan past, has evolved into one of the most celebrated holidays on the calendar. On average, Americans shower their loved ones with 180 million roses, red ones naturally, and almost 36 million heart-shaped boxes of candy, not to mention all those cards, dinners, and diamonds. All told, the holiday brings in almost $14 billion.
How old is this video?
Giving retailers plenty to love as well.
It's definitely from the
If you're
90s.
worried that you can't afford to
I was
treat
gonna
your
say
loved one
80s,
properly next
but I think
Valentine's
you're
Day,
right.
Take heart. The poets were right. Love is really all you need.
Dun, 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 dun.
Thank you, History Channel. Well, I did learn a little bit that pagan stuff with beating the women with skins of animals dipped in blood for fertility was a bit rash. But what about the commercial part? It's just like Christmas and everything else. I don't think it was a week after Christmas. New Year's wasn't even here, and because they skip over New Year's in the grocery stores and stuff, they go straight to Valentine's Day. I mean, I already delivered card number 1. I like to hide things. One year, every hour, there were 24 gifts, and for Brian, and it was a scavenger hunt. So the one he got at midnight told him where to find the next one. Of course, he had 6 to get or 7 the next morning because he slept. But he got up and one led to the other. This clue is where things are baked in the heart. So, of course, it was the oven, the heart of the house. So it was something in the oven, right? Stuff like that.
No, that's fun.
Yeah, and I brought this to
As
show.
long as it's not alive.
Last year, Brian gave us each one of these, and I have filled it out this year to get back to him because it was blank, but he gave me one that was completely filled. This is it. What I Love About Lauren by Brian. And so he took the time to fill in every single page.
Oh my God. That's
all the way through.
That's so cute. And
I know. And there's like, how many? There's 50. And so like, whatever. Hater.
I love it. I love it. I have no problems with it. I'm not hating at all. You should see some of the corny stuff Alyssa does for me.
This is not corny. I love your mind, body, soul. You are my favorite husband, partner for life, soulmate in the world. And finally, a long one. I love hearing stories about your growing up years and current business ventures. Your eyes light up when you talk about these things. I'm riveted by your stories, drawn into them. It's very endearing to hear you speak. Oh, I love my Brian. And he took his time and wrote something beautiful on every single page. I didn't just pull this out because it's Valentine's Day. I keep it where I keep all the things I love. For instance, this from New York. I keep the things I love within reach. So let's talk about that. What is something you feel you give or receive on a day like today? Kind of like what you said, D. Grant, about the sharing of the book. It doesn't get thrown out when the empty box of chocolates is what's left, or thrown out when the beautiful bouquet of roses has faded. It stays behind to continue doing the intended purpose, hopefully. So let's just hear, and let's hear from you, Corey. Yeah. What after Dave and Buster, after the memory of the Titanic is faded, what did you do or are you going to do for your lover that you hope will stay between you as a cord of divine memory moving forward?
Well, it was a very loving weekend. We had a lot of loving times and a lot of.
We've heard this part already.
We've heard
that part already. Move on.
A lot of all we ever do. So just like she said, it's like always Valentine's Day. We don't ramp up the romance because of some holiday or some cards or gifts.
Okay, we should have had Alyssa in here because she's very sweet and tender and romantic. Clearly, So let's talk about it. There's Corey and there's D. Grant up in the corner. Totally different approaches. I bought the book and I read it, and it connected us. And then, we went to Dave & Buster's and we saw the movie. Every day was Valentine's Day. Give me a beer.
that just shows you the difference in their love languages. I think it just depends on the love language of the couple.
Okay, so love language. And is Valentine's Day just for lovers. I mean, kids all over the world today will be looking forward to those little boxes that you make where all your classmates put the little Valentines in there. Did Boo take Valentines to school? Do they still do that there, Jamie?
No, they're boring. They're like, we're not having a party. We're not doing this. Don't bring anything in until this day. And we're only doing it the last 15 minutes of class. I was like, God damn.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so there's no fun. But we always try to make it fun around here and to do, we're always creating, we're always cutting, making, doing things, like always. And we have journals and we write together and stuff. So there's other ways that we try to celebrate and, have a passion for life. He does too. So like we dress up and we play stuff. He dresses up and we dress up and,
I think that's great. I do. I love to play. I absolutely love it, clearly. So let me ask you all, we'll go around the group. When you were a kid, let's say elementary school, 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, and you had those parties, remember we even made the boxes that our cards would go in. It was a craft thing. They'd all sit up on that counter over there by the radiator, by the heater, and all that stuff. Right. And there was also, I want to know what your favorite memory was. It Red Hots? Was it the little box of candies that where you take them out and they have words on them, be mine, and you give a special one to somebody? Brian and I were talking last night about when we would open our Valentines, how we'd be pissed off when we had like 5 or 6 of the same one because everybody's moms went to the same grocery store to get them. Right. So talk about that and how special it was, the one you chose for your teacher. You always gave one to your teacher too. There was some in the box just for teacher. So yeah, a lot of people forget that. Back in my day there was. So what is your most fond memory, Jamie? Then over to D Grant, then we'll go to Oracle, and then Corey, you can tie it up. What is your favorite childhood memory of Valentine's Day?
I'm really trying to remember. It was always a stressful situation for me because my mom wouldn't like buy me anything to do a box. So it was always like embarrassing and stressful because she was such a narcissistic. I was her one to punish. But anyway, so I'm trying to remember. Oh, okay. Well, maybe not as a kid. I guess as I got older, I did stuff, traveled, Paris.
Oh.
For a 4-day weekend or, stuff like that.
How romantic.
Yeah.
Is it truly the city of lovers?
It's the city of money and art. I wouldn't say lovers, but it has an aura about it. It's got an ambiance about it that, you're in Paris and the Louvre is right there. And
you see a lot of couples over by the Eiffel Tower all hugged up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's like Niagara Falls. People always want to get that picture of, look at us.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
Been there. Brian's been there several times. I've not been, but I hope to go. T. Grant, same question. When you were a kid.
I remember in 5th grade, I think. I don't remember if it was like Ninja Turtles or I'm a superhero dude, so I would go to the store and, get the themed Valentines. But like you were saying, I would go through the whole box and it's like a repetitious set of like 7 of them, Yeah. But there was always a girl I had a crush on, and usually it was the same girl for like most of my elementary school. And so I'd pick out the one that said like the most romantic thing. I would write, sign my name on it. I would take the other versions of that one out of the box so that nobody else could get that one. And it would just go to that one girl so that there's no mistake that, I'm also giving it to, the same saying. I wasn't bold enough to like come out and say, will you be my girlfriend? Because I was in 5th grade and I didn't believe in myself. But that in my heart, that's what I wanted. And I wanted to just make a little side note that I think it's incredibly sweet and wonderful, Jamie. And Corey, if you said that this was what you guys do too, that every day is Valentine's Day. I have that same mentality as well. I don't like all the commercialization of everything. I love you as a regular thing that comes out of my mouth all the time anyways. And I celebrate Valentine's Day during Christmas and birthdays and other celebrations of the year because I love you as a part of it's a part of the relationship. And so like relegating it over into this one time out of the year when I'm going to actually show up is bullshit. But that's just me.
I agree. it is a commercialized gouge, pretty much. But there are people that use it, and get away with it. Well, here's the ring or here's the dinner, and she's sitting on the couch every night for the rest of the year by herself.
Yep.
Because he's out with the boys, and I don't understand that. But some people say, well, a little bit of something is better than a whole lot of nothing. So I'll take it where I can get it. We're really only together for the kids anyway. Oh, is that the White House? It better be. I'm just saying. Dominique.
Okay, so for me, I don't remember those little heart.
Okay, wait a minute. Why was your mouth not moving and we could hear you talking?
I'm a ventriloquist.
Oh my God, that's so weird.
I'm magic.
Remove thy spell, witch. I'm kidding.
Burner at the stake.
So,
No, but I don't remember having those little hearts, but I do remember I used to get a lot of carnations, and I would always get a lot of flowers and I'd get a lot of everything Valentine's from my classmates. So there's nothing that really stands out. I was very popular. I'm sorry, that's not a flex, it's just what it was. But I do remember how much I enjoyed buying. I loved buying the box for my classmates and the lollipops. And I would make it a point that everybody felt special. I just wanted everyone to feel special. And so for me, Valentine's Day has always been more about like giving than the receiving. For me, anyways.
From a woman who got everything, she says.
Yes, and is currently wearing a tiara.
It was really about giving stuff, and it had nothing to do with everything I got.
Nothing.
I couldn't help it. I would get it from different classrooms. I'm like, I don't know. It was
Just
just
give you a
what it
hard
was.
time, girl. I'm glad you had those memories.
Yes, in other words, how nice for you. Corey, when you weren't out in the hallway for acting up, what was your, because I already know. What was your,
well, I have to say,
favorite?
I was fully not popular at all. Fully
You're
not
kidding.
getting a lot of those cards in school. I did not get any of that attention at all. Like, I remember one Valentine's Day when I was in third grade.
Dang it.
Like, I decided to couple up.
Go
And last
on.
one with a girl who already married somebody else.
In school?
It was
I guess we
like
have to figure
bombing
that
jokes
out.
on stage.
So wait a minute. What grade? Didn't you say third grade? Oh my God, what is going on with these two on the bottom?
Am I lagging?
Yes. When you speak, your mouth's not moving. We hear you, and is it like, are you guys seeing it too, Jamie? And okay, do you
That's crazy because I'm hardwired, so
So
I don't
am I.
even know how that's.
I have no idea.
It must be a Philly thing then, right now.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, that's what it is. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say for me, the biggest challenge was I remember exactly in 5th grade. I was torn. Kind of what you said, D Grant, about taking all the duplicates out and having just that one card. But I wanted to give it to my best friend Scott because I thought I was like falling in love with him in 5th grade. I really did. And I was like, I don't want to. We were best friends in Cub Scouts. We played on the same Little League softball team. We had the exact same bikes that we tricked out with the clothespin and the playing cards and the banana seats and all the shit was on it. And it was very challenging because I was like trying to figure out why. You can tell clearly in those boxes the ones that you were supposed to give a boy and the ones you were supposed to give a girl.
Interesting you thought that way.
So I saw the division instantly, whereas, other kids would just fill them out and but I was like, mm-mm. So yeah, that was my biggest challenge with Valentine's Day. So,
Yeah, I
um,
can see that.
yeah. Now, let's talk about this. What about that paganism part when things have origins? Because there's more than just saying Valentine's Day.
Sure.
That talk about that, Oracle. You know a lot, and D Grant, I think you know a little bit about that too, Jamie. Probably, most likely, all of you. I, on the other hand, jack squat about it. So I'd love to hear how you feel about that, and if you have children or young people in your life that you're an impression on, do you tell them the entire story about these holidays? I'm pretty sure Jamie does, but let's start with you, Oracle. What do you know about this stuff, this pagan stuff?
So you guys know, like, my pantheon is Greek. So we're gonna talk a little bit about the Greek here, the Greek pantheon. So there's a god named Eros, which is basically the god of seduction. Not sort of kind of like love, like Aphrodite, but not so much of beauty and love, but of like a more primal desire. And he would actually have these, yes, like lust and desire. So more on that side, very masculine energy. And he would have these arrows that were also arrows kind of like of destruction, so to speak. But then in the Hellenistic period, they actually started using his images, and he became more mischievous. Mischievous, not in a bad way, but in a playful way, as lovers are mischievous. And he eventually turned into Cupid, which is interesting because if we look at the 5th century book, when Dionysus writes about Cupid and the 9 choirs of angels, they say that Cupid is the messenger angel closest to God. So I don't know how those two things winded up merging, but that is that. That's what I know about that.
Are you working out or something right now? What's going on with those arms?
I'm making knots.
It's making.
Girl.
I'm making knots.
Let's just talk about these knots for a second. Now, I've never heard or seen you say anything about knots, and then suddenly you got people all over social media all tied up in knots. Where did you pick this up?
He said, "Where did you?"
The reason that it's all of a suddenly being shown is because this is something I've done for a very long time, and it's not something that I have publicized because of the type of work that I do. However, coming into a new understanding of how, or not a new understanding and appreciation of how women and sensuality and desire, these are not taboo things. And when a woman is feeling her most divine feminine, she feels empowered. She feels sensual. She feels sexual. She's allowing herself to let the shadow play. So essentially what I've been doing is working with women specifically on shadow work. And this helps people of all kinds who have been through trauma, who have not been able to find trust in their partnerships, who don't know how to relax. And if anyone here is having issues around these topics, I would recommend watching Love, Sex, and Goop on Netflix, because there's a lot of holistic and alternative references to moving through these kinds of challenges. As women, we're told to deny our sensuality and our sexuality. And for Valentine's Day month, I felt like this was a beautiful thing from somebody like myself to share that, hey, I'm a light worker, I do all these things, but there's this other aspect to us that's okay to shine, that's okay to love, and that's okay to be seen. And it doesn't make you a deviant. It doesn't make you a bad person. It just makes you a human that is multifaceted and loves the pleasure that you have been divinely given in this physical body. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, now we're getting somewhere. So I'm just going to piggyback on that and head upstairs to D. Grant Smith, all quiet and drinking his English breakfast tea. So
I'm old fashioned. I was raised not to interrupt people, but certainly not to interrupt a woman who's speaking her mind. So,
well, I want to know. So, embracing the masculine, feminine, and that whole thing, and about. So let's just say, romantically, D. Grant Smith, how do you feel about coloring outside the lines? Some of the things that the Oracle was alluding to. Or are you just pretty straightforward June and Ward Cleaver when it comes to sensuality in the bedroom?
Wow, your questions are quite intimate.
It's Valentine.
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep my bedroom etiquette and all that stuff personal.
Well, you don't have to talk about your own. You don't have to talk about your own personal. But what
you asked me, you said, do you do this or do you do that? Like that seemed like a pretty personal question.
We all know we're not out talking about graphic details.
Nah.
So tell us about that box in the closet. I'm kidding. But in our relationship, I am the shy one. People wouldn't believe that. But Brian, being a PhD in it, knows about a lot of hang-ups. I used to hate this, like when you were gonna say, for instance, there was a hookup potential. And the question, especially in the gay world, is what are you into? What do you like? And I was so inexperienced that I didn't know what I did or did not like. So I didn't know how to answer that. And I would turn off the whole opportunity because I felt stupid already. Right. So what I'm saying is, see, just like that, the response you gave is what I would have done in the same position. Now, somebody like Corey, these other three, I have a feeling, would say, I believe in full expression and give a couple examples. Matter of fact, let's find out. Jamie, same question.
I do want to say to Oracle, fuck yes, because, one of the things, especially for Gen X women, is we were taught to be aggressed, oppressed, suppressed. And we weren't allowed to love our breast or be a woman. And I was made to feel ashamed or looked at weird, or I always had the biggest breast, and that is, I'm a woman. I mean, can you fucking get over it? God damn. And so we're told to hide every single thing. So for me to get through that trauma, the physical trauma, the emotional trauma, the aggression trauma, anyway, to get through that, to become on the other side, you really have to have a partner who's accepting, trusting. Like, it took me years to trust my lover and to trust him. And thankfully, patient. Of course, if he's not, that's not the right person. Beard and I actually did an episode. We talked to each other about this, about it. You have to be able to trust that person. And that was a big thing. So we are more open and we are able to communicate now on that level. I'm not going to be looked at like, oh, you want this? Like I'm a freak or a deviant or what? You're a woman who's showing your breast. Yeah, I have breasts. And I'm not going to cover up this shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to do that. So we are open to try new things. And if I don't want to do something, we don't. If he doesn't, we don't. But we are able to talk about that and introduce things. He was more open than me, like you, Lauren. I wasn't as open. But with him, I am. I trust him. And I know he's not going to hurt me.
So many women brace before the act, and so many women feel pain during. And this is all somatic, emotional, mental, physical trauma that they've experienced from other places with their partners, not feeling safe.
Yep, exactly. And your body remembers. And I mean, physically. So it is a personal and intimate thing. And I think the reason why I'm so out there, you can psychoanalyze me, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'm going to be out there now. I'll calm down maybe in a year or two, but I'm not going to calm down right now because, like Oracle, I want people to understand. And, me dressing like this is because that's my expression. I'm an 80s girl. You know what I'm saying? It means whatever. And I like that. I like the way it feels. I like the way I look. And I'm a woman. And this is the kind of woman I am.
Interesting. The women are just, it's like flowing like honey, right? And that's the thing. Seriously, I feel bad a lot of the time because Brian will try to initiate, he'll say little things or do something, and I'm instantly on the defensive. Ew, and then later I feel stupid. I feel really bad. Like, why did I act like it was so repelling? Why did I automatically, without even considering it? Right. You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I hide behind the, well, because, honey, I don't, not supposed to talk about that kind of thing.
Ultimately, we're here for us to receive pleasure from our partner, right? To give pleasure, to receive pleasure, to enjoy something that's very intimate behind closed doors. And we don't ever have to share what those exacts are, but we close down from our past because of judgment, because of criticisms, because you're not doing XYZ or I feel XYZ. And that's sad because a lot of people carry that and can't fully unveil who they truly are because of all of these programmings that have been placed into you by the church, by society, by friends, etc.
That's true. Now, Corey, you're a professional wrestler, and your significant other, Alyssa, she plays characters. She's a wonderful musician, as we all found out yesterday. But she also plays these roles of Disney princesses and things. So, and most people would think, well, dang, look, those two play all those roles out in the world. I wonder what they're doing up inside that bedroom. So, is it a letdown at all, or does it help take your expression to all new heights because you're so open to pretend and role playing and just freedom from all borders? Talk about that if you could.
Well, I mean, that doesn't exempt. Oh Lord, even untrustworthy. We have our damage too, and we have our shame walls that we got to break down. And the more and more I make her feel comfortable, I think the more and more comfortable I'll be, because I love her. The more she knows who she is. That's what I find is a turn on. So the more and more we break down these walls together, the more.
I hate that his internet.
As individuals as well.
How many people here have been at some point in their journey embroiled inside of organized religion because of family raising? I don't know if Corey heard it. Did you hear that, Corey? The question is, how many of us got to start in organized religion growing up? Baptist, Catholic,
Mormon.
Mormon, Seventh-day Adventist, right up there with Mormons and Latter, all that. Almost cult-like for both of us, Jamie. So what about this? Who feels that they've been dragging? That was a great thing you said, Corey, about shame walls. I have those still today because in foster care, and they were Seventh-day Adventists, they were the first people outside of my family while they were deciding what to do with me, the courts. And they found a Playboy magazine in my bedroom and took it and saved it until Thanksgiving Day. And when everyone was sitting around the table, the thing that we thought the turkey was under was actually that magazine and a pamphlet that said why God doesn't want me to touch myself. And they said, this is what someone at this table thinks right. And it took me decades to get from underneath that rubble. So anybody here, sound off. I'm not going to pick on any particular person, but if you've ever carried any kind of a shame burden, wall, whatever, or still do today in your romantic world or just in your relationship methodology and whatnot, restrictiveness and stuff due to that upbringing, sound off and say whatever you feel you need to say about that. Anybody?
I think I appreciate what the ladies have shared in terms of like your openness and your willingness to just be totally yourself and break free from the restrictions or societal imposed stuff. I grew up in the Deep South. There's a whole lot of like old fashioned traditions that were like just infused in me from a very young age. And I'm still working through all of that. Mm-hmm. I recognize so much of the ways that I go about doing things, the lenses that I see things through. It's very still old fashioned and Southern. That was like indoctrinated and like programmed into me. And I'm just now starting to become more aware and awakened of like, I don't have to see myself in these ways and I don't have to restrict myself so much. And sexuality and all that stuff, incredibly restrictive, not just in like the things that I look at or the things that I find interesting, but like even in just the words that I say. I had a very traumatic experience when I was a little boy where, I'll just say it, my dad got really like in my face and threatened me just for saying the word nuts in front of my mom. And it scared me so much. I didn't feel like I could ever open my mouth and speak anything again without, getting in trouble for something I had no idea what it was. And B, it shut me down from able to talk about sexuality in any way, shape, or form in the presence of another woman. And so I've been working to overcome that for decades. But yeah, religiosity had so much to do with that stuff, and all this shame and judgment inflicted upon that. And the process of clearing all that stuff out, I appreciate what Corey shared about breaking down the shame walls. And I think that sometimes the shame tanks come at us, and we've got to stand true in ourselves. And so I appreciate what all you guys have shared. It's been incredibly healing for me today. Thank you.
Yeah, same for me. And I'm going to say, I'm going to push that today. I just might go to that place down by China Kitchen. Lover's Lane is the name of it. And just go in there just so I can walk in and look. Because every time we go there together, Brian always says, hey, we should go in there sometime. And I'm like, ew, you're a freak. Right. And maybe that's what I'll do. I'll say, come on, let's get in the car. Let's just go there and see. Even if we just buy a funny card for each other, let's just go and see. Even if we buy a massage oil, let's just go and see. Yeah. I want to say this as we get out of here. Listen, one thing I'm sure we can all agree on. We each have our own definition of love, and we each have our own tone of love language. And I know for one, it took me decades to truly understand what love was, because I didn't love myself. And everything that is outside of me cannot be properly loved until I have found that love that belongs to self. So I would say for everyone here and out there on this Valentine's Day and every day, start with self-love and make Valentine's Day your day, and then take it into the world. I want to thank all of you for being here. Thank you, experts. It's always such an honor. Thank you, Corey. You're welcome back next month if you'd like to come. And whatever you guys do, wherever you do it and whoever you do it with, do it from a place of love. Have a wonderful day. Get out of here. I love you, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Well, have a good one. Thanks, expert. Bye, everybody. See you next month. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Show me your soul. Baby, I'll show you mine. Show me your soul. Honey, it's way past time. How expensive do I have to be? Need I spell it out before you get it, baby? Show me your soul. And honey, I'll show you